Hello students, here we will discuss important questions from chapter number 15, Plant Growth and Development. From this chapter, we have included the topic Plant Growth Regulators in this video. Question number 1. Who first observed photoperiodic curvature in coleoptile of canary grass and what conclusion was drawn from the experiment done? Charles Darwin and his son Francis Darwin observed the photoperiodic curvature in coleoptile of canary grass. कोलिप्टाइल ऑफ कैनरी ग्रास सोर्स ऑफ लाइट की ओर बेंड कर जाती है विच इज कॉल्ड एज फोटोपेरियोडिज्म एंड दिस वॉज डिस्कवर्ड बाय चार्ल्स डार्विन एंड हिज सन फ्रांसिस डार्विन. They concluded that the tip of coleoptile was the site of transmittable influence that caused bending of the entire coleoptile. Question number 2. Match the column A where names of scientists are given with column B, discoveries done by them. Column A, point 1. Cousins discovered a gaseous plant growth regulator ethylene. Point 2. Miller and Skoog identified cytokinins, a cytokinesis promoting substance. Point 3. F.W. Wendt isolated auxins. Point 4. Kurosawa discovered gibberellic acid. So here 1 matches with C, 2 matches with A, 3 matches with D and 4 matches with E. Question number 3. What would be expected to happen if A. Gibberellic acid or GA3 is applied to rice seedlings? Gibberellic acid is responsible for increasing the length of internodes, so rice seedlings would grow tall. B. Dividing cells stop differentiating. When dividing cells called callus stop differentiating, then plant organs like leaves, stems or roots are unable to form. C part. A rotten fruit gets mixed with unripe fruits. If rotten fruit gets mixed with unripe fruits, then ethylene produced by rotten fruit will speed up the ripening of unripe fruits. जो इथिलीन रॉटन फ्रूट्स निकालते हैं, रॉटन फ्रूट से इथिलीन प्रोड्यूस होता है जो अनराइप फ्रूट्स को राइपन करने में हेल्प करता है. डी पॉइंट. यू फॉरगेट टू ऐड साइटोकाइनिन टू द कल्चर मीडियम. अगर हम साइटोकाइनिन कल्चर मीडियम में नहीं डालेंगे then cell division, growth and cell differentiation will not be observed. Question number 4. Answer the following questions. Part A. Name the stress hormone found in plants. Abscisic acid is a stress hormone which is found in plants. B. What causes Beckine disease of rice? Beckine disease or foolish seedlings of rice is caused by fungus Gibberella fusicori, which produces active substance gibberellic acid. C part. डायग्राम में देखिए, यहाँ 2 प्लांट्स हैं A एंड B. प्लांट A में एपिकल बड प्रेजेंट है और प्लांट B में लेटरल बड्स डेवलप हो रही हैं, डेवलप होना स्टार्ट हो चुकी हैं when apical bud is removed. Why this happen in plant B? When apical buds are removed in plant B, then synthesis of auxin decreases. Auxin का secretion, auxin का synthesis कम हो जाता है अगर हम apical bud को remove कर देते हैं. Auxins basically responsible होता है for apical dominance जो lateral buds को develop होने से रोकता है. So, in the absence of auxin in plant B, there is no apical dominance and lateral buds develop into branches, and this technique is widely applied in tea plantation for making hedges. Question number 5. The gaseous plant growth regulator ethylene could fit into either of 2 groups, PGR promoters and inhibitors, though largely it is an inhibitor. Now answer part A of the question. Name 2 sites in plants where ethylene is synthesized in large amounts. Ethylene is synthesized in large amounts from number 1, tissue undergoing senescence, and number 2, ripening fruits. Part B. How does ethylene help in increasing the absorptive surface in plants? Ethylene root growth और root hair की formation को promote करता है. Hence, in this way, it increases absorptive surface in plants. Part C. Name the most widely used compound as a source of ethylene in agriculture. Mention its 3 functions. Ethifon is most widely used compound used in agriculture as a source of ethylene. Main function of ethifon are number 1, it hastens fruit ripening in tomatoes and apples. Number 2, it accelerates abscission of flowers and fruits. For example, it causes thinning of flowers in cotton, cherry, walnut, etc. Number 3, it promotes formation of female flowers in cucumber and thereby increases productivity. Question number 6. What is 2,4-D? How is it useful for gardeners? 2,4-D is 2,4-dichlorophenoxyacetic acid and it is a synthetic auxin. इसको एज अ हर्बिसाइड्स और वीडिसाइड्स की तरह यूज़ किया जाता है. मेनली यह डाइकोटिलेडोनस वीड्स को किल करने में हेल्प करता है, बट मोनोकॉट प्लांट्स पर इसका कोई इफेक्ट नहीं होता. सो इट इज़ यूज्ड बाय गार्डनर्स टू प्रोड्यूस वीड फ्री लॉन्स. Question number 7. During mid-1960, 3 researchers independently reported purification and chemical characterization of 3 different kinds of plant growth inhibitors. Name them. 3 plant growth inhibitors जो 3 अलग अलग researchers ने identify किए थे, they were inhibitor B, abscission 2 and dormin. Part B of question number 7. Later, they were found to be chemically identical. What common name was given to them? All these 3 chemicals are now called abscisic acid. Question 8, Part A. Name the growth regulator which was isolated from corn kernels. What is its main biological activity? Zeatin, having cytokinin-like activity, was isolated from corn kernels and coconut milk. It promotes cytokinesis of cell division. Part B. Name the phytohormone used to develop parthenocarpic tomatoes. Auxins are used to develop parthenocarpic tomatoes. Part C. A phytohormone used to speed up malting process in brewing industry. It is GA3 or gibberellic acid used to speed up malting process in brewing industry. Part D. A phytohormone helps to overcome the apical dominance. Cytokinins are helpful to overcome the apical dominance. Part E. A phytohormone which helps seeds to withstand desiccation and other factors unfavorable for growth. Abscisic acid induced dormancy, where it helps seeds to withstand desiccation and other factors unfavorable for growth. Question number 9. There are number of events in life of plants where 2 or more PGRs or plant growth regulators interact to affect that event. Name any 4 such events. These 4 events where 2 or more PGRs interact to affect that particular event are number 1, dormancy of seeds or buds, number 2, senescence, number 3, apical dominance, and number 4, abscission of leaves, flowers and fruits. Part B. Define respiratory climactic and bolting. Respiratory climactic refers to the increase in rate of respiration during ripening of fruits and it is promoted by ethylene. Ethylene ripening of fruits के दौरान rate of respiration enhance कर देता है and thus fruit ripening में help करता है, and the rise in rate of respiration during ripening of fruit is called as respiratory climactic. Now next is bolting. The sudden elongation of internodes prior to flowering in beet, cabbages and many plants with rosette habit is called as bolting. It is promoted by gibberellins. Question 10 Part A. Name the source from which the first kinetin was isolated and what is it chemically? Cytokinins were first discovered as kinetin. The first kinetin was isolated from the autoclaved herring sperm DNA. It is a modified form of adenine, a purine base. Part B. Name the plant from which F.W. Wendt isolated auxin. F.W. Wendt isolated auxin from tips of coleoptile of oat seedlings. Part C. Name 2 natural auxins and 2 synthetic auxins. 2 natural auxins are IAA indole acetic acid and IBA indole butyric acid, and 2 synthetic auxins are NAA naphthalene acetic acid and 2,4-D 2,4-dichlorophenoxy acetic acid. So that's all for today. Thank you very much for staying with me. Subscribe the channel to get the information about my new video. Thank you so much.